So now we will be going over how to assemble the saxophone. So again, it's important to have your case set up on a flat surface such as the floor or a sturdy table. You never want to assemble the instrument on your lap or on a shaky surface where you could risk dropping the instrument and breaking it. So to ensure that the case is facing the right way, usually most cases will have the logo on the front, and that's an easy way to tell if the instrument is right side up, if you can read the logo and if it's facing up. Also, another way to tell if the case is facing the right way is by the latches. This case has latches, and if the case is facing the right direction, the latches will go up. Another way to make sure that the case is facing the right direction before you open it is if the handles and the latches are facing you. So we're going to go ahead and open this case up. And there you have your saxophone. So let's go over the parts of the saxophone. So most important, I guess, would be the neck strap. This strap connects to the body of the saxophone, and it loops around the back of the player's neck, and it basically just helps to support the weight of the saxophone as it is being played. So we're going to go ahead and take out the mouthpiece. This is a mouthpiece that is similar to the clarinet, as it has a ligature, but it's a similar shape. So it's the same kind of mechanism with the ligature. It's used to hold the reed in place, and it can be made out of rubber, metal, plastic, or what have you. So yeah. This is known as the neck of the saxophone. You'll notice that there's cork on top, and you usually will use cork grease on this to attach the mouthpiece to the neck. And there's also this key right here, which can be troublesome when assembling the saxophone, but we will go over that in just a little bit. Now we have the body of the saxophone. Contrary to the clarinet, saxophone only requires about 3 pieces to assemble, whereas clarinet has, a lot more pieces to put together. So saxophone is pretty easy in that way. You'll notice there's this little loop in the back of the saxophone. That is where the neck strap attaches to. So when assembling your saxophone, usually it's best to attach this neck strap to the loop, and usually most neck straps have a hook mechanism like that, and then just loop this big part around your head and onto your neck, and it should be at a comfortable distance from your body, which I will demonstrate. Some saxophones come with this little cover on the body, which is just there to help protect the metal there, and you can just set that aside. So we're going to assemble the neck of the saxophone onto the body. And by doing that, in order to do that, you would need to loosen this little mechanism right here. And being careful not to damage the octave key or bend it, you're going to slowly start twisting. And you should make sure to align this line right here. This line right here to that little silver key right here, and just with gentle twisting motions. Yeah, so once you have the neck assembled onto the body, to check that it's aligned correctly, just go from this line right here, and it should match up with this little key right here. And when assembling it, you want to make sure that this key does not get pushed by that one. Or that it does not. So now it's time to assemble the mouthpiece. So to do that, it's pretty much the same as assembling a clarinet mouthpiece. You just take it and you notice that the hollow side faces towards you and the not hollow side faces away from you. So you'll just want to gently slide that onto the neck. Right, and then you should have it aligned like that. Now with saxophone reeds, they're a little bit different than clarinet reeds. They're a little bit bigger, but it's pretty much the same concept. And you should treat all reeds with care and make sure that you are extra delicate with them, as they are prone to breaking. You'll notice with this reed is that it has a flat side and a curved side, just like the clarinet reed. The flat side has writing on it. Again, that is the side that you place onto your tongue when you play. And with the saxophone reed, you'll just take that and again place it onto the mouthpiece and make sure that the curved part of the tip of the reed lines up with the curved part of the tip of the mouthpiece. Make sure that the flat side of the reed is placed onto the flat side of the mouthpiece. And there should be no extra space between the tip of the reed and the tip of the mouthpiece. Right, and then once you have it on there, you're going to simply take your ligature, and if it's a metal ligature, make sure that the screws are facing towards you, and then gently, without touching the tip of the reed, slide it over the mouthpiece, making sure that it's a snug fit, and there should not be any extra space, any gaps between the mouthpiece and the ligature, so I'm going to just loosen this up a little bit, slide it down more, until I don't see any extra space, and then just tighten it up as I please, and there you have it. So now I will be talking about how to take apart your saxophone after you have played. So first things first, you want to take care of that reed and that mouthpiece. So making sure you have a firm hold on the reed using your thumb, you're just going to gently unscrew these ligatures and carefully, without touching the tip of the reed, slide off that ligature and just set that aside. You're just going to take your reed and put it back into that reed case. Next up, you want to take your mouthpiece and just gently unscrew that from the cork. Then just simply slide your ligature over, take your mouthpiece cover, slide that over, and then set that in the case. Next up, you want to take off the neck of the saxophone. So to do so, you just carefully untwist it a little bit, and it should come off no problem. And then that leaves us with the body of the saxophone. So just simply unhook it from the neck strap. Set the neck strap aside in the case. And then gently, with the keys facing up, place the body into the case. Make sure everything is in there nice and tight. And you should be all set.